Let's take a look at Coyote Canyon hole 7. Now, on this hole, any wind out of the right is a very favorable wind. And if you have the Light Glide Blister Pro or the Light Glide Rive, either one's going to make this hole easy in this wind. Just slide to the right, bring the chevrons down to the ground. About so much worth of hyzer. And it's going to find the green. Might even find the basket. I have got some aces with one wind out of the right. I think is the most favorable. So that's an easy day there. Now we have the 3 wind out of the left, and it has a bit of a headwind component. So this is probably the most adverse, challenging wind on this hole. And depending on what you have in your bag, there's a couple options. The first one, if you have the Glide Skip Rive, you can slide to the right, put the bottom chevron just on the edge of that water, and then stay with the backhand. And the key here is you can't bite off a whole lot. You need to keep the hyzer down to something about right here. If you try to bite off too much, you will get wet. Let's see how this works out. It really needs to stay straight and then bounce off of this little bank. There you go. That was pretty good. Anything more than that, and that's getting wet. The other option for this 3 wind out of the left, the headwind, there's a forehand line, but I really don't like it. It's very tight and low percentage success rate in my experience. So I would go back to, if I didn't have the Rives, what we used to do before I had the Rive, when that was use the Glide Skip Recoil. If you have it, put the chevrons about here, keep it on the backhand, and we're going to go a little more than a disc worth of hyzer and hope to safely get around the corner here without hitting this rock column, and should bounce up and give us a look at the basket. And it does, 91 feet away. Now there is another option with a forehand if you don't have the Light Glide disc, and that is using a turn disc. In my case it'd be the Turn Glide Rive. I'm going to slide to the right, switch to forehand, put the chevrons about right here rather, and then not quite a full anhyzer. And this works best in the right to left winds, really. It does not work well in left to right, especially the left to right 3 wind. It doesn't work at all there, so that's another option. Alright, that was a quick look at Coyote Canyon hole 7. Sorry for the choppy post-production work. I'm not a professional. This is a hobby, obviously. So, alright. Hope you learned something, and we'll see you around the valley.